So, welcome back to another session of Unit 3 of Basic Electrical Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering. This is Dr. B. Santanakrishnan, Associate Professor, Government College of Engineering Board in Aikanur. And the slides are prepared by Dr. B. Paramasivam, Associate Professor, and Dr. S. Ramesh Kumar. Today we are going to discuss about another interesting part of this session is called single phase induction motor. Single phase induction motor. So what is the classification of single phase induction motor? Depending upon the rotor construction, induction motor can be classified into two categories: squirrel cage induction motor, slip ring induction motor, or wound rotor induction motor. Depending on the number of phases, it can be classified as single phase induction motor and three phase induction motor. Then what is the construction of the induction motor? There are three basic part of the AC motors are rotor, stator and enclosure. A stationary stator consisting of a steel frame that support a hollow or cylindrical core. Constructed from a stacked lamination having a number of evenly spaced slots providing the space for the stator winding. Then revolving rotor, the composed punched lamination start to create a series of rotor slots providing space for the rotor winding. One of the two types of rotor winding, conventional three-phase winding made of insulated wire similar to the winding on the stator. Aluminum bus bar shorted together at the ends by two aluminum rings forming a squirrel cage shaped circuit. Then the construction is then squirrel cage type. The rotor is winding is composed of copper bar embedded in the rotor slot and is started at the both end ring. Simple, low cost and robust and low maintenance. Then if you go for wound rotor type, rotor winding is wounded by wires. The winding terminals can be connected to external circuit through slip rings and brushes. Easy to control, speed more expensive. So if you go for wound rotor type, it is very costly when compared to squirrel cage type. What is the now introduction? So construction of a single phase induction motor is similar to the construction of the three phase induction motor having squirrel cage rotor, except that the stator is wound for single phase supply. Stator is also provided with a starting winding which is used only for starting purpose. This can be understand from the schematic of single phase induction motor at the left. You can see here there is a stator, it's a main winding, there is a starting winding is present, there is a rotor. From the diagram, this is the basic construction of the single phase induction motor. So working principles of a single phase induction motor. When a stator of a single phase motor is fed with a single phase supply, it produces alternating flux in the stator winding. The alternating current flowing through the stator winding causes the induced current in the rotor bar uh, of squirrel cage rotor according to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. This induced current in the rotor will also produce alternating flux even after both alternating flux are set up. The motor fails to start. The reason is explained below. However, if the rotor is given initial start by the external force in either direction, then the motor accelerates to its final speed and keeps running with a rated speed. This behavior of single phase motor can be explained by double field revolving theory. So what is called double field revolving theory? The double field revolving theory states that any alternating quantity, here alternating flux, can be resolved into two components having magnitude half of the maximum magnitude of the alternating quantity and both these components rotating in opposite direction. Rotating opposite direction. You can see here from the diagram, you can see phi A and B is the two magnetic quantity rotating in opposite direction. You can see here A is rotating clockwise, B is rotating anti-clockwise direction, A is rotating anti-clockwise direction. Following the figures will help you to understand the double field revolving theory. From the diagram, you can easily understand what is the double field revolving theory. Why single phase induction motor is not self-starting? The stator of the single phase induction motor is wound with a single phase winding. When the stator is fed with a single phase supply, it produces alternating flux which alternates along one space axis only. Alternating flux acting on the squirrel cage rotor cannot be produced rotation. Only revolving flux can. That's why a single phase induction motor is not self supporting, not self starting. How to make a single phase induction motor self starting? As explained above, single phase induction motor is not self starting. To make it self starting, it can be temporarily converted into two phase motor while starting. This can be achieved by introducing additional starting winding, also called auxiliary winding. Hence, the stator of this single phase motor has two winding. One is called main winding and starting winding. From the diagram, you can easily understand there is a main winding, there is a main winding and the starting winding. There is a main winding and there is a starting winding. Uh, These two windings are connected in parallel across a single phase supply and are spaced 90-degree electrical degree apart from each other. Phase difference of 90 degree can be achieved by connecting a capacitor in series with the starting winding. Hence, the motor behaves like a two-phase motor, and the stator produces a revolving magnetic field which causes rotor to run. Once the motor gathers the speed up by 82 or 90% of the normal speed, the starting wind gets disconnected from the circuit by means of centrifugal switch and the motor runs only in one main winding. So, what are the method for making single phase induction motor as a self starting? One is called split phase induction motor, capacitor start inductor motor, capacitor start capacitor run induction motor, shaded pole induction motor, permanent split capacitor motor or single value capacitor motor. These are the method to start the single phase inductor motor or the self starting. So split phase induction motor. In addition to main winding or running winding, the stator of single phase inductor motor carries another winding called auxiliary winding or starting winding. A centrifugal switch is connected in series with auxiliary winding. The purpose of this switch is to disconnect the auxiliary winding from the main circuit when the motor attains a speed up to 75 to 80% of the synchronous speed. We know that the running winding is inductive in nature. Our aim to create the phase difference between two winding, and this is the possible if starting winding carries high resistance. Let us say I run is the current flowing through the main or running winding, I start is the current flowing in the starting winding, and Vt is the supply voltage. In split phase induction motor, the starting and main current get splitted from each other by some angle. So this motor got its name is split phase induction motor. You can see the diagram. There is the switch. There is the two windings are starting and main winding and auxiliary winding. You can there is a vector diagram was also present from which you can easily understand what is the split phase induction motor. What is the function of the split phase induction motor. Then capacitor start induction motor and capacitor start capacitor run induction motor. There is a capacitor is connected in the main winding along with the auxiliary winding. Then there is a phasor diagram and schematic representation is also present. The working and construction of the capacitor start inductor motor and capacitor start capacitor run induction motor are almost same. We already know that the single phase induction motor is not self starting because the magnetic field produced is not rotating type. In order to produce a rotating magnetic field, there must be some phase difference. In case of split phase induction motor, we use resistance for creating phase difference, but here we are using capacitance for this purpose. So the capacitor start inductor motor and capacitor start capacitor run inductor motor, we are using two winding, the main winding and starting winding. With the starting windings are connected with the capacitor, the current flow in the capacitor, that is I start leads the voltage by some angle of flux. So generally there is a capacitor, the capacitor always leads the voltage. Then shaded pole. Next method is called shaded pole method. A part of each pole is wrapped with a low resistance copper band which form a closed loop. These copper bands are called shading band or shaded pole. You can see here there is a small black ring is connected in the main winding, that generally called as the shaded pole method. So what is the shaded pole? When a single phase AC supply is given to the stator of induction motor, alternating flux will set up a current in the shading bands. The flux in the shaded poles will lag the stator flux. The result is similar to a rotating magnet field moving from unshaded to shaded portion of pole. This will produce the shorting torque. By this method, the motor is start rotating. There is a equivalent circuit of single phase induction motor. This is the equivalent circuit of single phase induction motor based on double field revolving theory. One is called main winding, other one is called stator winding. Main winding and stator winding. The equivalent circuit of a single phase induction motor, equivalent circuit of a slip ring induction motor. Then there is a two test generally performed in the single phase induction. One is called black rotor test, other one is called no load test, to find the performance of the single phase induction motor. Black rotor test is conducted on induction motor. It is also known as the short circuit test or locked rotor test or stalled torque test. From this test, short circuit current at normal voltage, power factor on short circuit, total leakage reactance, starting torque of the motor can be found. This test is conducted at low voltage because if the applied voltage was normal voltage, then the current flowing through the stator winding were high enough to overheat the winding and damage them. So generally black rotor test generally called as the short circuit test. The no load test. In this test, the rotor is made to rotate freely without any load. Under this condition, the slip due to forward rotating field will reach 0 and the slip due to the backward rotation will be 2. So these two tests are conducted to find the performance of the single phase induction motor. So thank you.